used to yell at each other a lot. We still yell at each other really kind of a lot, and I don't know. I mean, I remember just kind of as a kid, you know, and always really just feeling like, you know, wondering when they were going to start yelling at each other again. It was just, they were just loud. We're just loud, you know. And I wish that I had kind of learned a better way of saying stuff. I mean, sometimes it's okay to be loud. It can be kind of fun because they're loud when they're happy also, which is kind of fun. we are like the loud family. So, you know, I never really had that much of a problem seeing stuff until the time in my life when I felt like I kind of like wasn't even authorized to say anything about my own life, which was really right about the time I was in the hospital, where being loud does not help, for sure. You have to be really kind of neutral in the way that you say almost everything. So that was I learned my worth in a way from being treated like I was worthless, which is just what happens to you when you end up in the hospital. At least that was the way it was 20 years ago. And I would say that problem is so certainly there in society, for sure. You know, there's just a lot of stigma involved, and people can be just really very irresponsible about the way they deal with someone if they know that the person has ever even seen a psychiatrist. I mean, it's really horrible, you know. It's discrimination. It's just kind of a form of power grabbing. So I'm gonna try not to yell. I'm gonna try not to yell about this particular thing, like that I want to talk about. I don't really know how to approach what I'm talking about. How about all the younger stars just stop picking on each other, right? I mean, Taylor Swift, you have to know that I'm not happy with the name of your album, right? I mean, how am I going to put this? I said kind of an angrier version of it a couple weeks ago with a message that I left for a newspaper. You know, it's just kind of it's like their reader message line. You know, it's a toll-free number. I sometimes will leave messages there when I'm in the hospital because I can't use my cell phone. I can't publish anything. I said, you know, I mean, but really, I think what the way I should say this is, you don't have to feel bad if something doesn't work out with someone. You know what I mean? I mean, like there are plenty of very good-looking people, talented people, intelligent people, even cultured people that I would not be a good partner with, right? I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing also about, and maybe that's one of the things that's bad about stardom too, is that you're given this idea that you're so unique. You're so unique, and in fact, you are part of a group of people who do the things that you do, and I feel this is yet another pitch about people needing to go to college, really needing to go to college, because if you are smart and you actually do the work in high school, when you get to college, you are surrounded by people who are a lot like you, and then you can kind of pick and choose from among those people. So you can get the message. You can get the message a lot sooner that there are a lot of smart people in the world, a lot of talented people in the world, a lot of good-looking people in the world, and you don't have to just kind of go for the 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or even 10 of them that are like famous and who work in your same field. You don't have to do that. That's the thing that you're all missing out on when you don't go to college. You know, and actually that moment for people who like all the people who are like valedictorians of their high school, who all show up at the same school, that can actually be a real painful moment for them, a really painful moment for them. But it's also good for them. So you don't. What I really want you to do is to stop attacking people. You know, you're attacking me. You're attacking Zac Efron. Of course, Zac Efron has really had some very serious issues over the past couple of years, and it's good that he started to try to deal with them. You know, I have to say, Taylor, Miss Swift. How would I just call you Miss Swift? It was not. As much as you're trying to say that you're an individual now, it was the choices that you made, I think, for this most recent album were kind of choices that were kind of programmed for you by the conglomerate. I realize that maybe you don't think that in terms of your attack on Zac Efron, but if you really think about it, he's the one who is the most obviously vulnerable over the past year of those 4 actors, right? I mean, the issues that he's been dealing with are serious issues. His star has fallen really considerably because of them. Certainly politically it has. And it's good that he's trying to deal with that, and you should just leave him alone. Leave him alone, or be a friend, or and just don't worry about it. Don't worry about the fact it didn't work out with him. I mean, plenty of other guys out there. And also, if you wear your feelings on your sleeve, it's also not the fault of the person with whom things didn't work out if you sort of are kind of publicly rejected. Even I mean, I don't. What do you want me to say? I mean, seriously, what is it with all you people where you think that the way to ask somebody out is to like publish a magazine article or write a song about them? It's not like you don't know where they are. You're setting yourself up for a lot of problems when you do things that way. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like the public declaration of interest is like guaranteed to cause you problems. Seriously. It's not like the whole public isn't going to find out if you do start spending time with a person. And at least if all you do is like call them up or send a letter or something expressing the desire to get to know them a little bit, all they're going to say is yes or no, right? And these public declarations before you have any idea kind of where they're at with anything are I think in general not a very good idea. And I realize that kind of everyone's doing the same thing. Zac Efron, I will tell you the same thing. Stop picking on Emma Watson. Grow up now, would you please? I mean, please. Realize that the way the conglomerate has taught you to think about things is that just a total cycle of predation and revenge. And it's not going to do you any good. It really isn't.